Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
So we should be able to cut something together.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Start! Order! Halt! Start! Change post! Halt!
Sir, the parade is formed.
Leader's voice.
Training Squadron, all present or counter form now!
Sir, all present or accounted for.
National McCaffrey, publish the order.
Attention to order. Peace out for today. Non-commissioned officer of today. Medical Sergeant Michael. Order of Colonel Wilson. Officer.
Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest air force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 118 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world, or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. 737 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence. The Commander's Excellence streamer is awarded to the 326 Training Squadron, Flight 339. For their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 14 March 2022 to 28 April 2022, guided by Technical Sergeant Jacob Schrader and Technical Sergeant Jessica Walker. Signed, Jeffrey Pixley, Colonel, United States Air Force. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win.
Stand! Order! Halt! Stand! Change halt! Halt! Order! Order! Halt! Stand! Review! Power side! Right, right! Power right! Halt!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates passing in review today represent a portion of the men and women who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the world's greatest air and space forces. military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the Airmen and Guardians. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Armed Forces. Now passing in review, the Commander of Airmen, Chief Master Sergeant Michael Pelletier, Senior Enlisted Leader, hometown Auburn, Michigan. Flight 345, led by Technical Sergeant Dean Mitchell, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown League City, Texas. Flight 341, led by Technical Sergeant Danielle Shiver, Military Training Instructor, hometown Royce City, Texas. Flight 342, led by Technical Sergeant Shawana Fordson, Military Training Instructor, hometown Valdosta, Georgia. Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 343, led by Staff Sergeant Caleb Johnson, Military Training Instructor, hometown Oswego, New York. Flight 344, led by Technical Sergeant Caitlin Bork, Military Training Instructor, hometown Browns Mills, New Jersey. Flight 337, led by Technical Sergeant Duran Talley, Military Training Instructor, hometown Detroit, Michigan. Flight 338, led by Technical Sergeant Richard Castilla, Military Training Instructor, hometown New Braunfels, Texas. Commander's Excellence Flight, Flight 339, led by Technical Sergeant Jacob Schrader, Military Training Instructor, hometown Northwood, Iowa. Flight 340, led by Staff Sergeant Nicholas Stedding, Military Training Instructor, hometown Belleville, Illinois. PT Excellence Flight, Flight 333, led by Sergeant Jelani Alcott, Military Training Instructor, hometown Kiowa, Hawaii. Flight 334, led by Sergeant Seth Bala, Military Training Instructor, hometown Donaldson, Illinois. Flight 335, led by Technical Sergeant Oscar Yamas, Military Training Instructor, hometown San Antonio, Texas. Flight 336, led by Technical Sergeant Michelle Holt, military training instructor, hometown, St. Louis, Missouri. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by graduates from Flight 346, performing under the direction of Master Sergeant Nathan L., military training instructor, hometown, Yorba Linda, California. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Master Sergeant Rebecca Arbona will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and those watching via live stream. Congratulations, Airmen. Oh man, we were standing out there, and I gotta tell you, I got all the feelings back in me. My pride and my heart was just so huge to just witness all of this. So imagine this. Only 7.5 weeks ago, you were literally stepping off a bus, and now here you stand, about to become part of the less than 1% of our nation that can or is willing to serve. You are joining a team of professionals dedicated to the integrity, service, and excellence. The Airman's coin you will receive may seem as a simple coin, but it carries with it the history and heritage of our airmen. The men and women who have come before you have airlifted troops and supplies into the jungles of Vietnam, executed precision airstrikes in the deserts of Iraq and Afghanistan, delivered humanitarian aid to villages in South Africa and South America. They have launched missiles and flown satellites, defended airstrips and strengthened partnerships. They have stood on the North Pole, the South Pole, and everywhere in between. Similarly, you have come from all corners of our nation and various points around the globe. Some of you joined because of a sense of duty, a higher calling to serve something bigger than yourself. Like me, some of you joined to honor a long lineage of service members in your family. My father served honorably for 24 years in our Air Force. For some of you, your choice may be personal, financially driven, or you just needed some direction. Regardless of your why you are here, what is most important is that you are here. Whatever your reason, whatever your motivation for joining, you now wear our nation's cloth, a member of the greatest Air Force in the world. You have committed to us, and we have committed to you. Regardless of your career path, you will be organized, trained, and equipped to handle any situation, be it peacetime or to the needs of war. We need you to apply that knowledge confidently, execute your mission, and lead with courage. Airmen, I leave you with this. You are joining a team who will look to define the character of our Air Force for years to come. We have the utmost faith in you because every time you recite the Airman's Creed, you adamantly proclaim, "You will not fail," and we believe you. You have completed all graduation requirements and will now receive the coveted Airman's Coin, which signifies your transition today from trainees to airmen. Congratulations and welcome to the 1%.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize basic military training's most outstanding performer. Someone who demonstrated their ability to successfully navigate all assessments, testing their physical abilities, academic aptitude, and adaptability to the military environment through multiple progress checks. This airman has surpassed all others in the challenges of training and has earned the distinction of being the top graduate of this class. The top graduate is from Flight 343, Airman Erica Barzak. She is from Osceola, Wisconsin, and joined the Air Force to become Airborne Mission System Specialist. In the stands are her parents, Sharon and James Barzak. The recruiter of Airman Barzak is Technical Sergeant Michael Kerber from the 343rd Recruiting Squadron, 372nd Recruiting Group. Congratulations. Instructors, place your flights at attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as a sign of unity as our top graduate leads us through the Airman's Creed.
I am an American airman.
Congratulations, Bulldogs. Now how about that squadron pride? Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Instructors, place your flights at ease. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Matthew Ryleman will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning. It's hard to top that. But welcome. What an honor to look out in the audience at the families joining us today. It brings me great pleasure knowing we have even more watching us via live stream. 7.5 weeks ago, you entrusted us with our nation's most valuable treasure, your daughters and sons. Your support has pushed these airmen to successfully complete basic military training and join the world's greatest Air Force. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for your support and encouragement, but more importantly, thank you for your trust. It is my great honor to introduce the 607 Airmen of the 326 Training Squadron as our nation's newest airmen. Your journey to Lackland began months ago when you entered a recruiter's office to begin the process of joining a military service. Some followed in the footsteps of parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, and uncles. while others are the first generation members of the military. Let me be the first one to say thank you. There is no greater honor than to be in the service of others, and more importantly, the United States of America. Each of you standing here today represent the future of the Air Force and will no doubt continue to break barriers and carry us to new heights unimaginable today. Each of you will continue to carry the Air Force's legacy and build upon our 75-year history. You will write your own story and be stationed around the globe to enable the nation's ability to go anytime, anywhere, and deliver precision and lethality on the battlefield. We all have our reasons for why we were called to serve. I'm from a small town in Highland Heights, Kentucky, and although I love the Bluegrass State and Kentucky Wildcats basketball, I decided to join the Air Force to make a difference and serve others. Many of you are also from small towns, big towns, and all joined because you wanted the opportunity to excel and be a part of something greater than yourselves. So my message this morning is simple. I just heard this from a retired chief, and he wanted me to make sure that we could pass this on to you for as long as you choose to serve. Your attitude drives success. As you move forward in your technical training and first duty station, remember you can always control your attitude. You all have your reasons why you joined the United States Air Force. That why and passion will help you overcome any obstacles and succeed. There are countless examples in our rich 75-year history where we were outgunned, outnumbered, and at a technological disadvantage. But our airmen did not give in and persevered. I'm willing to bet you weren't the greatest on day one of BMT with marching, following orders, or even standing in a straight line. None of you quit, and you all overcame the rigors of BMT. Even though you didn't have the time to make sure your uniform was ready for inspection, your room was clean, or while you had the MTIs barking orders at you to ramp up your stress level. You kept a positive attitude and drove to this day today. Hold that feeling you have today in your hearts and minds. That feeling of immense pride will help you persevere and accomplish anything. Too often people dwell on their mistakes and what went wrong, wishing they could change the past. The only way to make change and forward progress is to drive on and inclusion across the entire team with that energy and passion you have today. We need airmen who are not afraid to fail. We need airmen who are ready to dare boldly, pick themselves and their teammates up, and move out. This is the only way we're going to meet the Chief of Staff of the Air Force's charge to accelerate change or lose. Although basic military training was a significant mountain you've surmounted, there is no plateau. The onward journey continues to climb at technical training. And I need each and every one of you to take that training seriously and drive forward to complete it on time because we need you right now in our Air Force. With your drive, I know you can solve all the challenges that lay ahead in technical training and your first duty station and continue to make this the world's greatest Air Force the world has ever known. As airmen, we have that responsibility to deliver every day and not accept good enough. Our obligation is to deliver success on the battlefield, to defend the nation and defend those who cannot defend themselves. There is no middle ground in this profession. Second place is not an option. Your attitude and how you approach your problems and setbacks, coupled with your drive, will ensure we are successful. Keep going until you get it right. The first airmen, two bike mechanics from Dayton, Ohio, the Wright brothers, flew the first powered airplane for only 12 seconds after years and numerous setbacks. But that 12 seconds changed the world forever because they didn't quit. Thank you again to the families of our newest airmen standing tall out here today. They look amazing. Your love and encouragement helped them through BMT and will carry them for the rest of their Air Force journey. For our newest airmen, 7.5 weeks is a blip on the screen of your life, but these past weeks and your MTIs prepared you for everything that lies ahead. We taught you attention to detail, how to care for your wingmen, and never give up. Your attitude drove you to succeed and graduate here today. I look forward to serving with each and every one of you and defend our nation. So with that, I have just one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think they're ready.
Instructors, place your flights at attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as Colonel Matthew Ryleman will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, Airmen.
Thank you, Colonel Ryleman. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of the Air Force song. Congratulations on achieving this historic milestone that marks the beginning of your career. Instructors, dismiss your flights.